5, 4,
It was on top.
3.
That means it passed forward.
Yeah, there's nobody there. 2, 1. And somebody could please get the lights.
I got it.
Thank you. And Sean, back up. Sean, back up.
Mr. Johnson.
All right. Now, most of you got through a good chunk of number 2. We'll finish that up because we want to have a little time for you to solve it yourself. And there's a little twist to the third problem, which I've got to explain. Not a hard twist, but something I got to explain. So, all right. So now we know that the season length is 6 weeks because we've already determined that. Okay. Now, what is the team size for coach number 2? Okay, Daniel?
He wants 12 players.
All right. And that comes from the data set that was given to us. And Leyland, what is the cost per uniform?
The uniform is $40.
$40. That's also given to us in the data set. Okay. So, Charlie, how would we put together the calculation or equation to get the uniform cost?
12 plus 40.
Yep. And Aubrey, what would that be?
480.
Yep, good job. You guys are good. Okay. So keep that 480 later. Yes, Emily.
And the next one is the coach's wage per hour is $15.
Right. And that's on our data set. That was given to us. And how many practice hours does he want per week? Shalea.
3.
Pardon?
3.
3? Okay. And how do we get that?
Because he wants 1 hour a day for a week.
3 times a week for 1 hour a day. 3 times 1 is 3. Good job. Okay. Then, so to calculate the practice wage calculation, to calculate the practice wage per week, what would the calculation be, Sammy? What would the equation be?
Wait, what?
How would we calculate the practice? How much we have to pay Coach 2 per week to practice, to get the team to practice?
15.
I'm sorry.
I mean 30.
I'm sorry.
15.
Okay, you got half of it. Go on. You're almost there.
30.
Yep. And that is how, Madison, how did she get that?
She got it by
Danny.
she got it by the number of practice hours and the coach wages per hour.
Yep. Coach makes $15 an hour, 3 hours a week, so $45. 15 times 3. I gave you the answer there.
Charlie, can you hit the red button?
So I gave you the answer, 45. So he's going to make $45 practice wages per week. So how much would he make for the season? Let's go with Gwen. It's okay to look. This isn't a test.
Okay, which one are we looking at? 270.
Okay, and how did she get that? That is correct, but how did you get that?
I went to 45 times 6.
Yep. And how'd you get the 6?
There's 6 weeks, yes, to play.
Yep. 6 weeks in the season. Good job. Okay. Now, can game time and hours, that was given, that's 2. So how much do we have to pay the coach each week? How would we set up the calculation to pay the coach each week for games? Aaron? I'm sorry? Exactly, and how did you get that? Charlie, help her out.
Well, how I got it is that $15 per hour
Right?
and 2 times
2 hours, well, 2 hours per game. That was given to us in the letter. Each game that is about 2 hours. So, so how much is that, Carmella? How much are we gonna have to pay him a week? Could use the distributive property on this one. Mina. Okay, Madison. How much would the coach number 2 make per week in coaching the game?
I haven't got there yet.
Okay, Emily. Exactly. 15 times 2 is 30, okay. Or, what you could do is use the distributive property and break down the 10, so break down the 15. So if you're afraid you multiply 15, you say 10 times 2 plus 5 times 2. 10 times 2 being 20, and 5 times 2 being 10. Add the 2 together, you get 30. Yes, Aaron? If there's nobody there yet.
Messenger, can you do the takeoff right down, please?
Okay, next.
11 and 18.
Okay, so what would how would you set up the equation, Sammy, for the season wages, or for games?
Season wages?
Yep. You know it's $30 a game. Okay, help her out, Emily.
The season wage calculation?
Yep, calculation.
It would be 30 times 6.
Okay, and Ethan, what would that be? Good job. She mentions 30 times 6 is the calculation. So what would the answer be? Yep.
30 times 6.
It's okay to use distributive property if you need to. If you want to use that strategy.
180.
100 and what? 80. Okay, good. I thought you said 108, but it's 180. Awesome. So, what would the total coach's wages for the season